Hey guys, easy day for us today. We've just finished our group session for the morning, so about to start my training. So I thought I'd bring you guys along for our chest day, our press day. So sit back, enjoy. This is going to be a fun one. Pre-workout for the day, Faction Labs Disorder. It's something that I personally use. It is a strong one out there. Maybe if you want to give it a crack, try it on a half strength first of all. And between that, a bit of creatine in there just to help with muscle endurance and a little bit of strength. And we've got some POD on the radio to kick us off. Let's jump in, shall we? I know I said press day, but we always start our press with our pull. Pull movements is just to help bring the shoulders back, help keep everything in line, particularly shoulder health. It's just going to help prioritize the pec. Instead of pressing away with our shoulder, we get to prime the back, pull the shoulders down and back, and that will help, again, prioritize that pec movement that we love. Guys, just a little bit of background. If you follow me on Instagram, you know we are at the moment about 4.5 weeks out from comp day. So purpose of today's video and today's training is just to maintain the muscle growth. So there's not going to be pushing anything ridiculously heavy. We are in calorie deficit at the moment as well. So obviously the strength isn't quite going to be up to scratch to what it should be, but again, stimulating the muscle enough to maintain. And as we get to the accessory exercises, all the isolations, that's where we start to really, as my coach would say, murder the littler muscles, the smaller muscles. So sit back, enjoy, let's have some fun. See, a lot of people talking about being obsessed with numbers, and I've got a lot of criticism about this in the past, about obsessed with nutrients, obsessed with numbers on the plan. And that's what's getting the results. You know, a lot of people, and this is where so many people go wrong, is they've got this want that they want to lose weight. They want to have this sporting goal. They want to be able to feel more alive, and that's great, but they lack the discipline to say no to the short-term fixes, whether that's eating junk food on the weekend, drinking alcohol. You know, yes, live life, but remember why you're doing this. Remember your goal, remember your want, the big picture. You know, this whole prep work with COVID, we're 6 months in. You know, the usual prep time's about 20 weeks. So it's been a long time coming. There's been no cheat meals, there's been no slip-ups for 6 months. So, I mean, if you want to drop 10 kilos, that's an easy 12 weeks. I'm sure you can stick to that, right? See, this is why we don't sit on the treadmill. We don't do any specific cardio. You know, your heart rate is elevated through, well, it should be elevated through a good 90% of your strength work. I mean, just with these shoulder raises, I've just dropped back down to 159 beats per minute. So, I don't know, I'd rather get a lot more benefit from, you know, these shoulder raises than, you know, going for a jog on the treadmill or jog on the streets. Two birds, one stone, so to speak. How do you like that? Back up, 157. So, cardio. It's not the be all and end all in terms of body fat loss. You get a much more effective result through your strength training. Now this is a press day. You know, you can only imagine what my heart rate would be through a leg day. Usually sits around that 165, 170 mark. So think about that next time you go to jump on the treadmill for an hour. So, using your time wisely between sets, it's understanding the plan, understanding what's coming up next, obviously adhering to the rest periods, but also getting prepped for your next exercise. So we're gonna hit 3 sets of these tricep press downs, banded tricep press downs. Next one along will be our close grip bench. So we're setting up as we go, getting prepped for our next movement. Still, like I say, keeping those rest times. Straight back in. So with the coaching tools that we use, we can see and keep track. Doesn't matter if you're using software or if you just scribble them in a pad and paper. Keep track of what you did last session, so you've got something to guide against. So I know last time we did our close grip bench was 80k. So that's what we're going to load on. That's what we're going to start with after these press downs. So 3 by 15 of the press downs. Great little volume set. Flood the muscle with blood flow. Again, giving it that reason to grow, to maintain. We're going to be fueling it properly with our proper nutrition, our adequate protein levels. Spread across the day, obviously. and then they should be able to maintain through the course of the entire prep. So, finishing up today with our supersets. Our skull crushers and our bench dips, not usually a superset for us, but we are a little short on time. We've got some clients coming in, some training in the next few minutes, so we are going to wrap this up. We're going to just try and bunch a few things. We've had our rest periods shorter. Again, finding the time, making the time, committing through the entire workout. That's what will get the results. Everyone is cutting their workouts short when in fact, maybe they just need to prioritize what they've got, maybe add the intensity a little bit to get through it that little bit quicker. You know, Arnold has been quoted saying, you know, he sleeps 6 hours a night, but you know, people come back to him and say, you know, I need to sleep 8, I need to sleep 9. He says, just sleep faster. You don't need more than 6 hours. Maybe 6.5. Skull crushes. Bench dips as a superset. Making the time to get through it. You can rest when you're dead. There we go. It's that press day. You know, you've seen there's not a whole lot of emphasis on the chest. It's all, there are a lot of people will struggle. They'll emphasize the pec as opposed to the regular, you know, the other supporting muscles through the process. So if you notice through this session, it was predominantly shoulders and tris. Yeah, we started with the bench, bigger muscle groups. We're gonna fatigue them first. There was a close grip bench in there as well. Again, that's a tricep dominant movement. So for us, the focus for this session, yes, it was preserving muscle, but it was shoulder, tris, ironing out those weaker points so that when we do get on stage, it's just gonna be just that much more of a pop, that much more dramatic. So that's our chest day. We've got a little bit of posing to finish us up. And then we're gonna have some food after these clients and we'll enjoy the day.